Once upon a time, in a little village in Africa, there was a kind-hearted girl. Her name is Adeola. Adeola lived with her father, Baba Kofi, and her stepmother, Mama Zainab. But they didn't have much. And Adeola, even though Adeola was a hardworking and bright girl, every morning she woke up early to help her father with the small farm they owned. And then she would run to school with her books in hand, hoping to learn enough to become a doctor one day. But life was not always easy and rosy for Adiola. Mama Zainab, that's her stepmother, was very strict and often made life difficult for her. She would tell Adiola that she wasn't as good as her own children and made her do most of the housework. Mama Zainab never praised Adiola for the work that she did. Instead, she always found something to complain about. And one day, after washing a huge pile of dishes and sweeping the house, Adiola sat down outside under the shade of a big mango tree. She felt very sad and tired. She was missing school and wondered how she could ever become a doctor if she didn't have time to study her books. Her eyes filled with tears as she whispered to herself, I wish I could be like other children, free to go to school and study. Just then, an old woman appeared from behind a tree. She was dressed in bright clothes and her smile was warm and kind. And she asked Adiola, why do you look so sad, my child? The old woman asked. Adiola wiped her tears and answered, I want to go to school and learn, but my stepmother always gives me so much work to do. I feel like I'll never be able to follow my dreams. The old woman looked at Adiola thoughtfully and she said, you are a strong girl and you have a hopeful heart. If you keep working hard and never give up, I will give you a special gift. She now handed Adiola a small shiny stone and she said, this is a magic stone. Whenever you feel hopeless or tired, hold it in your hand and make a wish. But remember, you must always work hard and be kind to others. Adeola took the stone and thanked the old woman. The woman now smiled and said, just as quickly as she had come. The next morning, as Adeola woke up early to start us, she remembered the magic stone the old woman had given her. She now held it in her hand and whispered, I wish I could find a way to follow my dreams and still help my father. For the rest of the day, Adeola worked with more energy than ever before. She helped her father with the farm, cleaned the house, and even made sure her younger brothers and sisters were well fed. But she didn't stop there. After finishing all her chores, she would sneak away to study. She used the little time she had to read and practice her lessons, hoping that one day she would become a doctor. Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months. Adeola worked very hard. Mama Zainab didn't notice at first, but soon she started to see how quickly the house was getting cleaned and how much the farm was growing. Adeola's hard work had started to pay off. Her father, Baba Kofi, noticed that Adeola was doing more than ever before. He was proud of her and would always say, Adeola, you are truly a blessing to this family. But Mama Zainab still was not happy. She thought that Adeola was too busy working and didn't spend enough time doing what she thought was important, like helping her younger siblings. She wanted Adeola to work even harder, but Adeola never complained. She was determined to keep following her dreams. One day, something amazing happened. After a long day of work, Adeola sat down under the mango tree again, feeling tired. She held the magic stone in her hand and whispered, I wish I could find a way. I wish I could find a way to go to school and learn without anyone stopping me. That night, something magical occurred. A bright light shone through the windows of Adeola's house, and then she looked out. She saw the old woman again. You have worked hard, my dear. You have shown great strength, kindness, and patience. Now I will help you. The old woman gave Adeola a bag filled with books. These books will help you learn, she said. Take them to your school and show them to your teacher. They will help you become the doctor you've always dreamt of. The next morning, Adeola ran to school carrying the bag of books. When she showed them to her teacher, the teacher was so impressed. Adeola, the teacher said, with these books, you can become a doctor one day. Keep studying and never stop believing in yourself. From that day on, things began to change. Adeola worked even harder, balancing her chores at home and her studies. Mama Zainab began to see how smart and determined Adeola was. Eventually, She stopped being so harsh on her and started to help her with some of the work. She even told Adeola, "You are a special girl, Adeola. I am sorry I was hard on you." Adeola smiled and forgave her stepmother. She knew that hard work and kindness would change everything. Years went by and Adeola grew up to become a doctor. She helped people in her village and become a role model for the other children. Baba Kofi was very proud of her, and even Mama Zainab learned the value of being kind and supportive. One day, as Adeola stood under the mango tree, now a grown woman, as a grown woman, she smiled and whispered, "Thank you, magical stone, for teaching me to never give up in life." She knew that the journey wasn't easy, but she had learned that hope, kindness, and hard work could help her achieve anything. Moral of the story: no matter how tough life may seem, if you work hard and you stay kind and never give up on your dreams, you will always find a way to make them come true. Always believe in yourself and great things will happen. If you enjoy this story, kindly tap on the subscribe button and leave a comment in the comment box, and don't forget to like this video so that more and more people will get to see it. And you can follow us for more interesting stories like this about life with good moral lessons that will help you become a better person and entertain you at the same time. Thank you for watching.